have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do 100% gamer, bro. No one else working hard, I will do it for the damage. Can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTS or RPG or maybe even MMO. Gamer Dude 2088, and we're back for another Skylanders Ring of Heroes video, and we're going back to square one. In this episode, we're on the 3-Gum account, which is our beast progression, and we're a few days into it. You know, we're taking our time, gauging things, and I'm actually getting a chance to learn a little bit more about trying to push into beast and do something a little bit different in the aspect, and we're going to talk about that for a bit as we go along, especially since this is the day we get our first skill upgrade stone, little skill up stones. We're going to talk a little bit about that too. First thing first, we're going to go into this little skill up section here. See, we got enough to skill up our elf, but we're not going to do that. Your skill upgrade stones come in green, purple, and red. The green ones being the small ones, the medium ones is the purple ones, the red ones are the large ones. As you go along, they get rare. They are extremely rare. They are the rarest form of currency in the game that you can use to do anything with. Like, you can always acquire gold, you can get plenty of gems, you can buy gems, you can buy the skill upgrades, but you got a limited amount of that. You can't infinitely buy them like you can buy gems. But I'm just saying, besides having the skill upgrade packs per month, because I know some of you guys are F2P, some by choice, others because you're just not able to, which is quite fine as well. Is it in here? Where is it? Because they like always be hiding unless they removed it already. They might have removed the skill up packs already. I think they did. Yeah. So it's already no longer purchasable. So they keep it in for a few weeks out of the month and then they remove it towards the end. So if you're not able to purchase them at the beginning of the month, you're kind of out of luck. I think that kind of sucks for people that like to spend, you know, like myself, but is what it is there. So with these stones, you're able to power up your Skylanders as well as your villains that you use and everything. How much more till we summon? Okay, not too much more longer. That you will use to summon and everything, and each one you got an assortment of things that you can get on your skills for each villain and Skylander that can make them stronger, gain extra abilities, and do all kind of extra cool stuff, as well as decrease mana, effect counts increased or decreased, decreased to the time for your skills to for cooldowns and all that good stuff added along with it. But right now you want to hold off and not use any of them. You kind of want to wait till later on for, like, if you're doing the Welling progression, whatever your Welling 10 team maybe even Welling 9, you might want to start skilling us, because between 9 and 10 it's a really difficult dungeon to push into, especially if you're not going into beast first. Early on is relatively easy, but later on it gets difficult. But in the beast progression, I mean, if you're going straight in, then you might want to wait until you get into B10 before you start putting your skill ups into your units then. So once you get your team fleshed out and understand what you're going to be doing with the team and and each Skylander that you're going to use, then that's when you will put skill ups in. Or if you don't want to do any of that, you just want to put them in the units that you want to build for PvP, even though PvE is what makes your PvP better, so you should do PvE first. But you can still do that. And if you just want to have fun, whatever, man, you can just do whatever with them. But if you're trying to be efficient as possible, you should hold out, because we're in a stage in the game currently where you don't really need skill ups to get towards that in game phase. That in game phase when it comes to like the dungeon progression and everything in the distorted dimensions. So that's pretty much what it is with skill ups for now. So let's now go over into the Hall of Chaos. Like we briefly talked about it before, like you're not gonna worry about it too much if you really can't like get far into it. Just try to at least manual to get one piece of whatever that you're getting in the standard dungeon. If you can get 1 to 3 at best in the extreme, that's great, so wouldn't worry too much. But I want to talk about a function that works not only in the Hall of Chaos but the Mirage Tower as well, if you didn't know already. So we're gonna go ahead, start our battle. Keep in mind you do have 2 teams that you can use. So you want to make sure you have your units set. You're mostly going to be focusing on your whatever three units that you have. If you have leftover rooms to put on another set of 3 units, that's fine and dandy too. But let me show you what I'm talking about here. So of course we're going to do this on manual, and as we fight, there'll be bits of damage being taken to the team and everything whenever he decides to move, if we allow him to move. Alright, we got him on his back. So we're at a point now where the first stage is kind of easy, but the second stage is going to be where we have a little tightness, and I'm going to show you if we can get it set up. But what you want to pay attention to is right here on the side. If you look at this meter here, it's an indication of how long it takes for you to be able to swap your second team in. So if you're starting to take a little bit of too much damage on the first team, once it maxes out, here it comes now, we can swap. And now it swaps our team. And now while the second team is in and the first team is out, got him on his back, let's go. They're going to start to regenerate their health. And you can see the meter starts over again. And the debuffs that were planted on the first team have been cleansed. So you no longer have to worry about being under those debuffs. Ouch. While they're gone, and then they're still regenerating. Then they come back with a little more health. You see the debuffs are no longer on there, and you can rotate like that. The second team, they lost out, so it automatically throws your second team in, or your first team in, or whatever. It once you lose, but you can switch them out once that meter fills up. So it's the same for Mirage Tower. So you can use that strategically to help you win battles as you move along, because there's going to be points where you're going to need that second team to be able to carry you, because the first team might not be able to get it done, especially once you get strong enough to start doing the extreme dungeons a little more and being able to clear them. Your first times clearing, you're definitely going to need that second team. As you get stronger, you might be able to do it with just your first team. Some people out there are that strong. I'm not that strong, not on my main account. And that's that there. So it's done, and you're able to get more pieces out, be a little strategic, get a little further, and look at that. I get to get 3 pieces because I got pretty far in, and I was able to switch out my team to give them extra bit of chance of survival going forward. Now with the guild invasion, you generally want to wait as long as you can throughout the day, so as you leveling up, progressing, getting stronger, you can fight at your best. But if you don't have the kind of time throughout the day to be able to get the fight in just before a reset, like where I stay at is Eastern time in the United States, the reset is 3 a.m. for me, since I do overnight streams and because you know I stream at twitch.tv/GamerDude2088, and that's 9 p.m. Eastern until I'm generally finished. Usually it's after reset after 3, because I like to have that playtime after reset. Talk a little bit before we end the stream. Sometimes it's a little later, sometimes it's a little early. All depends, but if you're not able to stay up during that time, depending on the time frame you're in, or if you up across the world and you got other things going on, you know, it might be midday for you, so you have to do it like early in the morning when you get up, and if you can't, then you have to do it like immediately after reset, so later in the day for you, depending on where you may be in the world. Then just do it whenever, but you want to try to hold out as close to reset as possible so you can be as strong as possible while doing it. So let's go ahead and take them on, see what we got going here. No, Splat, we dropped you for Crit King. We're going to talk about that, even though Crit King is weak. Splat still, Crit King still gonna be better, even though it's not gonna last long. Pinata is a pain, and Pinata takes, like, he poops on things. He poops on things hardcore. Do the best you can, guys. Ouch. We didn't land the diminish. Maybe this time. Alright, our aggro's down. He's charging up. This is gonna hurt. Oh my god, she'll survive. But got wrecked afterwards. Yeah. So we don't worry about invasions too much. You just try to get as much as you can, because you're still early in your progression, so you're not going to be able to do insanely great on many of them. Some you might do better than others. It's the same for everybody else. Even the people that can get really high scores, they still have ones like Pinata where you're pretty much fortunate if you can hit 100k on Pinata. I don't think most people can. Where you got people that hit 100, 150, 200k on certain ones. Pinata is one of those ones that I think we all as a whole really fall short on, even when we do well. I guess, you know, now that people understand that using a disruptor is kind of important, people are able to get higher scores, but if he gets that charge off and you miss that disrupt, you're in trouble. But we'll talk about that later on down the line. Right now, we're just focusing on getting as much little progression as possible. Do we got something going on new in the talents? I think so. Look at that. We can level up our talents a little bit. So we're still focusing in on the talents that's going to be most important for our progression. Don't think we got anything there, so we'll just work towards that as we go along in the process of everything. So let's look at our Skylanders. Well, if you notice, we end up building Crypt King here because what I was noticing, and from what I was seeing, we wanted to go over into the first scenario because we just started farming the hard scenario here as well. You can see hard, we got plenty of them 3-star. We're just starting to clear, trying to get us some 5-star rooms here. But it was a struggle to do it. I mean, Splat is okay. She has some pretty decent damage, but her main skills cost so much mana, and like being so mana intensive this early is rough, especially she's fighting for mana with Elf, which Elf has, you know, the stealth skill. Once you get her awakened, as you notice, we got her awakened. Once you get her awakened and you get the cleanse all the debuffs, but stealth gives her an increase to crit, so when she uses her skill that costs 4 mana, you know, she get the increase to her crit which kind of helps, especially during manual runs, because you're going to do a lot of manual runs to get the 3 stars, to get the most that you can get out of areas like chaos and invasion. You're going to want to manual those so you can get the best you can. And once you get 3 stars on your adventure farming, then you can just like let it auto and do its thing. We still get like a few failures here and there just because of the RNG factor, but for the most part we're still able to auto. This is why I went with Crypt King, because he has the advantage in that first area scenario. Aaron Undead has the advantage, so it was a lot easier than trying to run Splat, who takes a lot of mana, and Crypt King doesn't really. Plus he has the Diminish, which ticks every turn, and you have 3 turns of that being up. That's going to help out tremendously. And you see he's still only a 3-star at that. And we can look at his runes now. See, he got a little bit of 5-star. He got 1 5-star. We still need to swap out these 3 stars. You can see we haven't got around to that yet, but we're gonna get there. Elf rocking a 5-star, so we're trying to get as much as we can. We got a 5-star. Yeah, we had got a 5-star for this slot as well. We still need to get a 5-star here, but we're working towards getting those. We ended up getting a 5-star, but it ended up being defense, so we put it on our chill. So we're working towards getting a little bit more for the team. Like, we got a few 4 stars in the box and everything. We're doing a little bit better. So like these 3 stars now, like as you start progressing and getting further, like you can just start getting rid of this stuff, because you're not going to keep any of the 3 stars. Even the ones that they give you, it seems cool because they gave you a bunch of 3 stars that you might want to use or whatever. You don't need them. Like once you start progressing into getting 4 stars and starting to get 5 stars, sell them, get rid of them. The same way, once you start to get more 5 stars and then start, and once we get into the actual destroy the dimensions and farming the dungeons there, then you just get rid of the 4 stars you have and just focus in on those 5 stars, because you're gonna be working to get 6-star runes. So here are the stats that we have so far. I mean, Chill doing his job, being a little tanky. Crypt King, a little bit of damage. Elf being the main damage dealer, kind of tanky. I mean, Splat has some runes. I think Gorilla, we got something going on. We did put some on Igniter, but I mean, that's just because we used them as our second team in those scenarios. But they really don't have like runes, not for real. Like, you know, not for real. So just our main focus right now. Now, the plan was to go to get Boomer, but since we had such a struggle at first trying to really do and get into the hard scenario for the Singing Forest, and ended up having to go grind for Crypt King, I might take back what I said about grinding to get Kaboom early. Kaboom probably will still be the better option to start off with, and you can just grind Kaboom until you awaken him. You don't have to plus him or do anything. You can awaken him early on and just level him up, so you can get his AoE on his bomb skill, which is going to help clear waves. So it's a bit of a rebuttal for me, but that's cool because I'm learning a little bit something. I mean, I think Crypt King is still going to be pretty viable and really good just to focus on early, so you can always just grind the same grind that I just did to get all the way to Crypt King, so you can get to Boomer. And then once we get Boomer, then we're gonna move on. And I think I'm gonna push into Flashwing and drop Chill. But I will speak wide about that in the future, because I want to test some things out. Because you have some options, but I want to like kind of really test them out so I can show you those options and present them. But I'll be explaining also what you would use in the standard beast progression as we move along. So with that being said, I hope this was beneficial to somebody out there. Learn something new. Because I mean, I learned something new trying to do it, because this account's starting to fall behind the Gummy Puff account as further as progression go, because I got kind of shafted and stuck trying to get that hard scenario farm going. But we got there, we are there, and we're going to be moving forward. So this is the Gamer Dude signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.